Hey everyone, it's Julie, and today I'm super thrilled because we are going to be making one of my favorite cakes, and that is confetti or funfetti, whatever you like to call it. So, yeah, let's get started. We're going to be making a regular vanilla cake and toss in some sprinkles. That's pretty much it. You're going to need some unsalted room temperature butter. Mix that well. Then add the sugar. I used granulated white sugar. Whenever I say granulated white sugar, it always reminds me of school essays when I would throw in a bunch of unnecessary words to make the essay longer. Yeah, some vanilla extract and some egg whites. We're only going to be using egg whites for this recipe, and as always, the complete recipe will be available on cookedbyjulie.com. Go ahead and add the all-purpose flour along with the salt and baking powder, and then we are going to pour in the milk. And this is my favorite vanilla cake recipe. Go ahead and add as much or as little sprinkles as you like. I added about a cup, a little less, probably 3/4 of a cup, and then I just folded them in. Here I have three 8-inch baking pans with some parchment paper that I cut ridiculously. Tried to cut nice circles. Make sure to distribute the batter evenly among the three pans. If you have a weight scale, you can weigh each one to make sure that they all weigh about the same. We are then going to bake these in a preheated oven at 350 degrees for about 25 minutes or until done. Once the cakes are done baking, we are going to let them cool completely and then get started on our frosting or buttercream, whatever you call it. For the frosting, you're going to need room temperature butter, unsalted, powdered sugar, vanilla extract, and milk. That's it. We are going to mix it for about 2 minutes, the butter and the sugar on low speed, and then we're going to mix it on high speed for about 5 minutes or until it's nice and fluffy. You're going to add the milk and the vanilla extract as soon as you add the powdered sugar. It's going to look like this. Don't get scared for like a couple seconds. And then it's going to look like this, which is what you want. And that's pretty much it. This is what your buttercream should look like. Nice and fluffy. Now it's time to frost this baby up. I'm telling you, this is the best vanilla cake recipe, not only because it tastes good, but because it bakes very nicely. Doesn't call for any fancy ingredients like buttermilk, cake flour, and sour cream. Not that those are fancy ingredients, but most people usually don't have those on hand. Now, you may frost this however you like, but the way that I usually do it is I use an offset spatula, and I try to use a lot of buttercream in between the layers. That way the crumbs don't form when you stick them together, because if you just do a thin layer of frosting, then the cake tends to have a lot of crumbs, and that's not what we want. And of course, you can use some food coloring for the vanilla buttercream. You can make this pink or baby blue, whatever you like. I just decided to keep it white. And the recipe that I am sharing with you guys for the vanilla buttercream is definitely enough to frost a 3-layer cake. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and Facebook if you don't already. I like to post lots of photos on Instagram. I like to share what books I'm reading, restaurants I like, etc. So yeah, follow me if you like. Now, this was my favorite cake growing up. My mom used to always make this for me, but she would make it from the box and only 1 layer. And my mom never waited for the cake to cool, so the frosting would always melt, so it would turn into a glaze, and we still liked it. All right, back to this. I threw some sprinkles on top and on the sides. And let's see, today is May 16th, 2016. So by May 2017, I better be the best cake decorator. Maybe not the best, but way better than today. And that's a promise, because I am pretty horrible. All right, so I wanted to show, that's a really big slice, but I wanted a nice picture. My hands were clean. This cake was super delicious. It was light and fluffy. It looks a little dry, I'm not gonna lie, but it really wasn't. It was perfect. I really enjoyed this. I really hope you all give this a try. Let me know if you do, and I want to thank you all so much for watching.